Hello, good morning everyone. It's me Salim Khan from onlineenglish.sk. If you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out any of exciting videos coming your way soon. In today's lesson, I would like to teach you differences between some and any, the rules for using them, and of course the exceptions. So let's get started. First of all, some and any are quantifiers. They are used when we do not know the exact amount or number of the object we are talking about. So we use some and any. For example, if I get into the class in C and I can count the chairs in the class, I can say there are 3 chairs in the class. But if I get into the class and I can't count the chairs, or it's not important to tell the exact amount or the exact number of chairs, I can better say there are some chairs in the class. So we use some and any when we do not know the exact amount and number, or it's not important to know. We have to study first some. We use some in all the positive sentences. For example, we have some good friends, or she has some butter. Or, if I make an example, we want some peace. These are examples of some. We use some in positive. As I told you, where we have rules, there are some exceptions too. So the first exception is when we make an offer, or when we are offering something, or we are offering an object, we use the question format. We use interrogative format. In that format, we use some. Like I told you, we use some in positive. Here, some can be used in interrogative format. Why? Because we are making an offer. For example, will you have some tea? Now this is an offer. And we use some in interrogative format. Or, would you like to eat something? It's also an offer. Or, more clearly, if I say, do you want some grapes? It's also an offer. So what I meant is, when we make an offer, we use some, and it's an exception, of course. And second exception is when we make a request. When we are requesting something, we use some in interrogative format again. For example, would you mind lending me some money? Or next example, can I have some bread? So, as a conclusion, when you are using some, you have to keep in mind 3 things. First one, rule. The rule is we use some in positive sentences. And 2 exceptions. Just make it 1 exception. Order and request. So it's all about some. On the other hand, we have any. As I told you, it's also a quantifier used for unknown quantity. It's almost opposite of some, almost, because we use any in negative and interrogative sentences. It's rule number first, because we used some in positive. Here, it's used in negative and interrogative. For example, we don't have any blood here in the blood bank, for example. See, it's a negative sentence. So in negative sentence, we use any. If I say, we don't have any popcorn, we don't have any popcorn. Now, it's a negative sentence and I'm using any here for unknown or not specified quantity. So it's rule number first. And we also use it in interrogative. For example, do you have any idea? Do you have any idea? Now, this is an interrogative sentence. Or if I make it more clear, does she have any butter? So, the first rule, we use any negative and interrogative sentences. Now, if you move a little more forward to exceptions, Here we also got two exceptions. The first exception is we also use any in positive sentences with singular count noun when the sentence is meant to say it's not a matter, or it doesn't matter, or it's no matter. We use some in positive. For example, if I come to class and I tell my students, and one of them is standing in and he's asking me for the seat, and I tell him that you can take any chair. You can take any chair. It means it's not a matter what chair you take, you can take. Or if I say, you may have any bus going to city. So whether you take large bus, small bus, red, blue, anyone. So when you are going to use any with singular count noun, it means doesn't matter. So that's the case. You can use some, you can use any, you can use any in positive way. The next exception is almost close to the first exception. That is, we can also use some in positive in another case, in another situation where the sentence is positive, but the feelings coming from the sentence, that feelings are negative, and there are certain words in the sentence. For example, you can have like without, you can have hardly, you can have never. So a sentence, a positive sentence with negative feelings, we also use in that sentence any. For example, he never gives me any fresh flowers these days. Now, the sentence is positive, but feelings coming out of sentence are negative. The very next example, you could say, it's stupid. If I say, it's stupid going to market without any money. Now, without any money, it's, you see, again, I'm using any in a positive format. So, we have a rule in some plus two exceptions. We have a rule for any with two exceptions. Rule for any is always use it in negative and interrogative sentences. An exception is when it comes with singular countable noun and it means no matter, then you can use it. And the very last one, the exception, that is when a sentence is positive, it gives negative feeling and you have certain words like without, hardly, and never. So you can have it in positive sentence also. And I hope this video helps you. Try to practice out all these rules and exceptions with your friends and family. And for such more videos, keep watching us. Take your best care. Wish you best of luck. Goodbye.